Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. This lesson will be entitled Two or Three Precepts, and this is just going into what a video that the elder apostle Tahar put up about one body saying that Esau Edom is not the so-called white man. And I'm going to start here. This is from the Wiktionary.org, and this is spiritual for the etymology of the word. And I'm just going to go here to the Latin for spiritus, and it means, to the air, breath, or breathing, or, but the spirit, the Holy Spirit, is what breathes into us and gives us information. So I'm going to go back to spiritual. Oops. Oh. And then I'm going to jump down. This is for the adjective number 2. Of or pertaining to the Most High, or a place of worship, sacred, pure, inspired by the Holy Spirit. So that Holy Spirit is that the Lashuan Kodash, or not Salaki. I'm thinking that's the Holy Tongue. Salaki, Rakak Kodash, which means the Spirit holy. And I'm going to jump down here to number 2, the Spirit of the Most High, especially the gifts of wisdom and prophecy. So these things are revealed, wisdom and prophecy are given through the Holy Spirit. And I'm going to go here to wisdom. And then I'm going to jump down, really focusing on number 4 through 6. It says the ability to apply relevant knowledge in an insightful way, especially to different situations from that in which the knowledge was gained. So that's a part of, that's wisdom, being able to gain knowledge and then be able to apply it in different situations. Number 5, the ability to make a decision based on a combination of knowledge, experience, and intuitive understanding. So those of us, that have grown up here, spent time around Esau Edom, the so-called white man, we can, through our knowledge of the scriptures and our experience of being around him, we could put this together, You can develop an understanding, or you develop an understanding of what this man is like, who he is. You can identify the different nations through the Spirit, through wisdom. The ability to know and apply spiritual truths, and these things are revealed through the Spirit. The truth is revealed through the Spirit, through the scriptures. Though you can't receive anything unless the Father allows it. The Father Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai allows it to be open to you. And you can't know these things nor apply them unless they've been revealed to you. So I'm going to go here to Genesis chapter 25 and verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. And Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. And if you read up a couple of verses, it tells you that Rebekah had 2 nations in her womb. These are 2 separate nations. They might be twin brothers, whatever, but these are 2 totally different types of people. I'm going to get this word cunning. This is H3045, Yadai. And I'm going to jump down. This is, it means to know, to perceive. Esau was a cunning hunter. He was a perceptive hunter. to know by experience. You know, he's gotten better and better at hunting over time through the experience. You know, this man has many different kinds of weapons, but it's because the Most High gave him this, you know, gave him this knowledge. Uh, Number four, down here, oops, to know how to be skillful in. He was skillful in hunting. To have knowledge, to be wise. He was a wise hunter. You know, I think there's also, yeah. But anyway, he's a very wise hunter. So keeping this in mind, so this was given to the nation that would become Edom. You know, being a wise hunter. You know, setting up, being able to set up traps and snares, and there's how do you say it? His weaponry, his arsenal. You know, he's all the way to it today. He has ICBMs, laser weapons now. You know, but let me. This is just a quick Google search. It says what ethnicity is most known for hunting, and the first one that pops up is hunter demographics by race. So no other nation was given like this type of blessing that Esau received, which I'm gonna get that also in Genesis 27. But this here, no other nation received this. No other nation was a cunning hunter. So here it says that the most common ethnicity for hunters is white, which makes up 71.1% of all hunters. So you know that's a that's something there. You know, Genesis 27:39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live. Thou shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So Esau Edom's lesson was the fatness of heaven. But how is he going to get it? Through his sword, through deception, laying snares, killing, backstabbing, uh, through his policies, his diplomacy. Don't forget here in America, you know, the United States signed over 500 treaties with the tribes that were here and broke every one of them. To where what do you see now? Just the tribes living on small reservations, on small plots of land. Let me get this here for the sword. This is H2719 Harab. Says a cutting instrument as a knife, sword, or other sharp implement. Says a sword, a knife, a tools for cutting stone. And now the modern tool for cutting stone is the laser. You know, the modern day sword is the gun. You know, even the ICBM. That's something that the Lord used him to create. So here it is, the creator of the ICBM. Who had that blessing? Was it Moab? No, stupid. It was Esau Edom, the so-called white man. He created that Smith. He created him for that purpose. His purpose is to be the sword, the hammer of the earth. This is I can't remember what I had this one open for. Oh, this is from based off the sword. The different militaries and whatnot. This is an article from Yahoo, which is based off a search I did. Who has the most military bases in the world? Which, hey, the military is a sword, the sword of different nations. The sword of different kingdoms. The sword of a kingdom is their military. Let me see here, and this is from December of 2023, so this is pretty recent. And I'm gonna jump down here. The United States, for instance, has more than 750 military bases across 80 countries and has deployed nearly 175,000 soldiers in 159 countries of the world, which provides them a key edge over foes and the capability to remain within striking distance if a conflict was to break out. These military bases are a key factor that contribute to America's global hegemony and enable Washington to counter threats emanating from countries such as China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea. So here it is. This nation was going to get the earth by the sword, the fatness of the land by the sword. And here it is, different articles and whatnot showing who this person is. Who is this? Who else is ruling the earth with the sword? Who else is ruling right now? This is just a quick Google search again, and it was what country produces the most. I think I put in the most weapons. Yeah, and this is from. This isn't that long ago. This is from Statista. This is just the first thing that popped up. According to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, the United States remains the world's largest arms exporter, responsible for 41.7% of international arms sales between 2019 and 2023, up from 38.6% between 2017 and 2021. So, who produces the most weapons? I mean, it's just showing you over and over again. But yeah, it's showing you this man Esau Edom. This is who it is. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, his different philosophies, the different things that he spreads around the world, like the alphabet agenda, you know, um, convincing people that they're transformers, convincing people not to have children, bringing feminism wherever he goes, destroying the family unit. Why? So he does this so he can continue to rule the world. But anyway, back to this. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. So I'm going to pull up an article in a second, but he neither keepeth at home. The military bases all over the world, it said over 750 military bases in 80 countries, and then soldiers spread out to 159 countries. I think there's only 190 something like that countries. So it's spread out all over the world. Let me get this word proud. H3093 Yahayar. says haughty, proud, arrogant. Yeah, and that's this man. He has it in his. You know, had that song "I'm Proud to Be American." The few, the proud, and slack it. The few, the proud, the Marines, something like that. You know, pride is uh, exudes from this man, who enlarges his desire as hell and is as deaf, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. So this is this place. I'm gonna pull that up too. See here, you got an article here. See, some of this stuff is just I'm just finding it's through through the spirit again because I wasn't planning on doing some of this like this here. This is an article from Golden Beacon, USA. Published about 4 years ago. It says, "Have you ever wondered? Have you ever heard of the phrase the melting pot to describe the effects of American immigration system?" The melting pot is at the heart of the American immigration system. The melting pot comes from the idea that all of the cultural differences in the United States meld together as if they were metals being melted down to become a stronger alloy, rather than embracing multiculturalism as is. Yeah, yeah. Ah, rather than embracing multiculturalism as is, the policy in Canada and some other countries, the United States encourages different cultures to assimilate into its own. In fact, this philosophy demonstrates how American culture got its start. So, you melting stuff down, you heaping stuff, throwing stuff on top of it, throwing more and more things together, melting all these things together, adding all these people together. This country welcomes people from all over the world to encourage them to integrate themselves into American society. So it's heaping into himself all people. But anyway, back to where was I? But yeah, it, he's gathering all nations here, and let me see here. Yeah, together. Let me see. Habakkuk 2, verse 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as deaf, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Yeah, this is Esau Edom, the so-called white man. This is who's ruling this country right now. Who's ruling the world right now? And it said also he's a proud man, and the word proud went into arrogant. And I had did another matter of fact, let me go to that. So I said, what country would be considered to be the most arrogant? And what popped up is this, this article from Wikipedia, and it's going into global arrogance. Global arrogance is a term used colloquially to describe the cultural and economic hegemony of the United States over other countries. It differs from the concept of imperialism, in which one country physically occupies another. Thomas Friedman remarked in 1999 that global arrogance is when your country and economic clout are so powerful and widely diffused that you do not need to occupy other people to influence their lives. So, this here, hey, who is it? Origins and use. In 1999, Thomas Friedman wrote an editorial in the New York Times Magazine stating that he had noticed the Iranian government, who are the Persians. The Iranian government had begun calling the United States the capital of global arrogance instead of the Great Satan. So, hey, come on now. These other nations can see it. They might not know exactly, but they can see it. They can see it. This is the place of great arrogance. They were even calling this place Great Satan. But simple, fat-headed, dull-minded Israelites can't see that. Hey, well, it ain't for them. These people are blinded. It's for the people that do see it. Oh, here we go. I'm going to jump down. He further stated that the Iranians were not the only ones writing. The French, German, Japanese, Indonesians, Indians, and Russians also call the United States that now. So they call it the capital of global arrogance. The Great Satan, whatever. So these other countries, they jumping in. How do you say? I think that's Obadiah. Those that you thought were at peace with thee. Hey, they're talking behind your back, And here I'm going to go down to the fourth beast. This is Daniel chapter 7 in the Amplified. And I'm going to start at verse 7. And after this, I kept looking in the night visions, and behold, I saw a fourth beast, the Roman Empire. So who was leading the Roman Empire? It was Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Because they had the same thing. Terrible and extremely strong. It had huge iron teeth. So it's military might. That iron teeth represent the military. How its military tactics, its strength. Basically, whenever it conquered a nation, it took whatever, like how the U.S. does here. Except, it's a little different. But when they conquered a nation, they basically absorbed that nation into it. So they took, what they liked about it or whatever, and then allowed them to continue. Just pay them taxes. But here, it's pretty much the same thing. They have Romanization and they have Americanization. So yeah, Slovakia. Terrible and extremely strong, it had huge iron teeth. It devoured and crushed and trampled down what was left with its feet. So everything that it trampled down. It was different from all the beasts that came before it. It had 10 horns, which were 10 kings, which were Germania Major, Germania Minor, Spain, Britain, Vandals, the Ostrogoths, the Franks, the Visigoths, the Lombards, and the Gaul. So these things were those 10 kingdoms. While I was considering the horns, behold, there came up among them another horn, a little one, and the three of the first horns were pulled up by the roots before it, and behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth boasting of great things. So these three horns that were pulled up were Britain, France, and Spain. And speaking of here, America. So those countries here were here first that started to colonize, and then America emerged from Britain and basically went to war with the other two and won. Now you have what is the United States today. Let's see here. Verse 19. Then I wished to know the exact meaning of the fourth beast, which was different from all the others, extremely dreadful, with teeth of iron, claws of bronze, which devoured, crushed, and trampled down what was left with his feet. And what made it different, what made the Roman Empire different, was that it had a Senate. It elected a leader every year. It was diverse. All the other kingdoms before it had kings. This one had elections and a party system similar to what you see today. You have a Senate today. You have a two-party system today. They went to war with whoever you can read about that in First Maccabees chapter 8. But verse 20, and the meaning of the 10 horns kings that were on its head, and the other horn which came up later, and before which the three horns fell, specifically that horn which had eyes and a mouth that boasted great things, and which looked larger than the others. So this is that proud, the pride, that. And as I kept looking, that horn was making war with the saints, the believers, the Israelites. This place has been a continual war against the Israelites. Gad and Reuben, the native tribes, with all the tribes. From poisoning us, the cops killing Judah constantly. From the different experiments, burning down the cities, the different towns that Jake had at one point. Constant harassment, different laws. Jim Crow, redlining. All these things. And as I kept looking, the horn was making war with the saints, believers, and overpowering them. So, hey, we're going to be, the Israelites are constantly being overpowered until the Ancient of Days came and judgment was passed in the favor of the saints of the Most High. And the time arrived when the saints took possession of the kingdom. And this is coming soon. But this is who's ruling now, because the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai hasn't come yet. The kingdom of Israel isn't here yet. But I'll continue on. Here's another one. What country is most advertised to? And what did I have? Oh. Let me see here. What country is most advertised to? The world's top countries by ad spend 2022. This is from Statista. Uh, so anyway, it says this is from last month. In 2022, the U.S. was the world's leading market by ad spending. Its expenditure surpassed that of China, Japan, the UK, Germany, and Canada, which showing that the U.S. spends the most in advertising, or different places they advertise to come here. Everybody sells their stuff here. This is Revelation 18, verse 10. Well, I'm going to start up. I think I'm going to get. I'm going to just get to the point. This is Revelation 18 and 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and live deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. So they're gonna these different nations are gonna be they're gonna be sad when the ICBMs come, when Babylon the Great is completely destroyed. Verse 10, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. So they're gonna be crying for Babylon. You know, and in 1 hour this place is gonna be destroyed. This great big city. Verse 11, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. So it's not gonna be they're gonna be weeping because they love Babylon. No, they're gonna be weeping because they made money off of this whore. Who are they gonna make money off of now? But this place is where everybody goes to make money. But this place is ruled by Esau Edom. This is that kingdom. And I just had here this is just from Reddit, and somebody had made a map of the ancient Roman Empire at its height, and compared it to the U.S. And, it kind of, I think it overlaps pretty good. It even kind of, I don't know, with a spiritual eye, But anyway, I'm gonna close out with this one. Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So who is he? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked right now. The scriptures say that Esau is the end of the world. You see that he covered the faces of the judges. Putin just opened that vault and showed the icons depicting the so-called black people in those images. You know in the scriptures that Yahweh Shai is not described as being a so-called white man. Neither is his father Yahweh. So where is this wicked man, and who is he? He's Esau Edom, and he's ruling the earth right now. Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to say all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And peace and blessings to the 144,000 rest of the elect. Shalom.